is CBS News Miami.
And off the top at 4, we are tracking Tropical Storm Erin. It is on the move and has now migrated into the central Atlantic. Where is it going to go in the next couple of days? That's the big question. It started out in the eastern Atlantic. It's now moved to the middle of the ocean, so we'll see where it's going. Next weather meteorologist Dave Warren is here. You've been keeping a close eye on this thing since day one. What are you seeing now?
More of the same. Just continues to move west, although now it is continuing to move out of water temperature, which has been a little cool, into some warmer water. Thank you very much. So that's going to mean we're going to see some intensification here in the next 24 to 48 hours across the area. The latest to track showing this, Tropical Storm Erin, not much change. Moving west at 17 miles an hour. It dipped a little to the south. We're still seeing these storms fire up around the center, and there's still a little circulation there. So holding on to that tropical storm status, winds 45 miles an hour. There it is. The latest advisory, it'll catch up to that cluster of storms in at 5 o'clock here, so just minutes away. Now the track shows that it will be going into warmer water. 80 degrees now, 82, and eventually 84. So this will intensify. Forecast to become a hurricane by Friday. Wind up to 75 miles an hour. Now it is starting to gain some latitude here in the Leeward Islands. That's what we're looking for. It continues to move northwest, the cone just north of the Leeward Islands in Puerto Rico. But by Sunday, major hurricane here. That's over that very warm water. Now the change comes from Sunday to Monday. There's a little bend. It slows down, and we're starting to see the track turn a bit to the north here. That's because the forecast models have and will continue to show this. They will go west and then around this area of high pressure, turn to the north as it goes towards the end of the weekend and the start of next week. Big area of high pressure that is keeping it moving directly west right now. It goes around that and weakens a bit, and that opens up the chance for it to go to the north here. Another area of high pressure builds in from the northern states, and that continues to push it off to the northeast here. The forecast has showed this. We have to wait for this turn, but right now it looks like that looks pretty consistent with these forecasts each after one another showing the same thing here. But we continue to watch this as it still moves to the west. We'll watch for showers and storms. They developed. Had a flood advisory around sunrise. Now just west of 27, the storms gradually trying to push to the interior. Next weather rain tracker picking up the activity where it is now and really keeps it primarily over the interior, but a few may start to work their way back across the area. We'll put a rain chance in the forecast early this evening. Might even try to drop the temperatures just a bit, right about 90 degrees, but maybe slightly cooler as that breeze comes in out of those storms here. Drier air is moving in over the next few days. We are lowering our rain chances here, just isolated rain showers that push to the interior. You will see that in the forecast tomorrow. Here's what you wake up to first day of school in Miami-Dade. A few showers around in the morning. There's not that many. They push to the interior in the afternoon, and then we are hot and humid with that afternoon sunshine and heat index values likely going up or just above 100 degrees. 92s over the next 2 days, a little cooler on Saturday and Sunday. We're watching Erin, and we're upping the rain chances just a bit Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with temperatures holding steady right at 92.
All right, Dave, appreciate it. We are approaching the peak of hurricane season, and the next weather team is making certain that you're prepared. Just scan the QR code and find all the tools you need to help you get ready. You can also find our 1-hour special, which has important information for you and your family this hurricane season. All you have to do is go to cbsmiami.com. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office is asking for help to locate a man and a woman they're wanted in connection with a murder earlier this month. And deputies say they're concerned about their 5-month-old son, who they say is with them. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench reports from Hialeah, where the murder victim lived.
This flyer right here that we obtained says they are wanted for murder and should be considered armed and dangerous. Investigators say the victim was last seen after leaving his Hialeah home here to meet an acquaintance. He never returned. Now the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office needs your help finding 32-year-old Alfredo Gonzalez and his partner, 27-year-old Ariely Cabrera, and their 5-month-old son seen in this photo. The Sheriff's Office says they are wanted in connection to the August 3rd murder of 37-year-old Daylon Fietes Gonzalez, who had been reported missing by Hialeah police and had been driving a black Ford F-150 truck. Detective Samantha Chun says they are worried about the 5-month-old child.
Our concern is for the baby's safety. It's already difficult to deal with a 5-month-old, and now we have people who are fugitives who are fleeing from law enforcement, and they have this 5-month-old baby with them. If you are harboring these fugitives, you may face penalties. You can be charged, you can be arrested. So we're asking that if they see this, turn yourselves in. Don't get any more people involved in this.
Detective Chun tells us the motive in this case is not known, and there have been no sightings of the 5-month-old child or his parents. If you can help, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. There is a reward in this case of up to $5,000. In Hialeah, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
Peter, thank you. New details now the day after that personal watercraft accident in Fort Lauderdale that killed one teenage girl and critically injured her sister. The family was here visiting from New York. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner talked to the girl's brother at the Broward Health Medical Center.
It's a tragic story. The family is here visiting from New York. This trip was 14-year-old Rachel Nisanov's graduation present. And what was she most looking forward to? Going on that personal watercraft. Wednesday morning, Yona Nisanov walked into Broward Health Medical Center to visit his 16-year-old sister, Aviva.
They're going to try to wake her up soon and see how she's doing, but right now she's sedated.
Aviva was in the front of a personal watercraft Tuesday afternoon with her younger sister, Rachel, in the waterway in the area of Northeast 24th Court and Bayview Drive. Their mother and father, Rabbi Shlomo Nisanov, were right behind them.
My father doesn't even know how to swim. He jumped in. My sisters were unconscious. The life jackets were on. They were lying flat, and my father jumped in and scraped up his hands, his feet, and his back all over to save them, and he did what he could, and thank God one of them he was able to, and the other one unfortunately didn't make it.
14-year-old Rachel Nisanov did not survive. He described her as someone who found joy in helping others.
She was a very kind person. She always used to babysit for my kids. She always, not only babysitting, she used to come and used to just clean up the whole house and what else can I do, and always wanting to do more. And
FWC says the cause of the crash is still under investigation, but Nisanov said it appears they may have lost control before hitting the dock.
We thank everybody for all the support, all the family and friends that are reaching out. It's very, very heartwarming, heartfelt.
Rabbi Shlomo Nisanov is very well known in the Jewish community in New York for helping others. He operates a food pantry.
It's the first number. Someone one time made a joke. Before calling 911, call Rabbi Shlomo.
And now in their time of need, all they're asking for is prayers. The family is waiting for Rachel's body to be released so that they can bring her body to Israel to be buried. As for Aviva, the brother told me he will keep me updated and that he will let me know how it goes when they attempt to wake her up. For now in Fort Lauderdale, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
The search is on for the person responsible for a double shooting last night in Little Havana that left one man dead. The other victim is in critical condition. This happened just before 7 near Southwest 10th Avenue and 4th Street. Police say the two victims were standing on the side of the road when a car pulled up. A man got out and shot them several times before taking off. Reggaeton artist Jhayco is out of jail on bond. You're going to see a video of the rapper leaving jail in West Miami-Dade overnight. He was arrested on drug charges. During a traffic stop, the officer said that he noticed a strong smell of marijuana. Also, the driver had white powder on his pants and nose. Jhayco, whose real name is Jesus Cortez, faces cocaine and marijuana possession charges. A federal judge is hearing closing arguments today over whether to stop construction indefinitely at Alligator Alcatraz in the Everglades. This comes after the judge last week issued a temporary 14-day stay. She will decide whether environmental laws are being violated, as alleged by environmental groups and the Miccosukee Indian tribe. Their lawsuit claims the Trump administration and the state of Florida dodged a federal law mandating an environmental review before anything can be built there. The temporary order in place does not include any restrictions on immigration enforcement activity at the center. going to Mexico, and here's because of what's been going on in that country lately. They say there's been a rise in certain crimes there that's updated to what's called a level 2 designation due to terrorism, crime, and kidnapping. U.S. travelers should be sure to cooperate if stopped at a road checkpoint, and they should also avoid traveling after dark or alone, especially in remote areas. Well, when we come back, Uber to the rescue, how the rideshare company is helping the FBI take down a scam targeting grandparents. Also, Marlins fans, we've got Friday Night Baseball again this week. The Fish taking on the Boston Red Sox this Friday at 7:10. You can see it on CW Miami 33. And don't forget, the Dolphins and Detroit Lions preseason game can be seen right here on CBS Miami. Coverage kicks off at noon with Dolphins Weekly Live, followed by the Dolphins pregame show. And then the game, preseason game number 2, begins at 1 o'clock. All right, welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is meeting to hold a final vote for a regulated annual black bear hunt. That proposal hunt would take place in December over a 23-day period. The proposed rule would include a lottery-style permit process allowing up to 187 bears to be killed statewide. People who support the plan say it will manage the bear population growth. Hunters will be encouraged to target male bears, but opponents fear that female bears would also be harmed in the process. And now to this consumer alert, and there's an Uber connection to an F&I bust of a scam targeting grandparents. Authorities say it operated out of a call center in the Dominican Republic. They say scammers used scripts to convince senior citizens that their grandchildren needed money right away. Investigators say the operation had local runners in the United States collect the cash using Ubers to get around. But Uber's global security team flagged the FBI.
These scams are not just financially devastating. They are emotionally traumatizing. Many victims not only lost their savings, but their sense of safety, judgment, and trust in the world around them.
Now, to help avoid these scams, experts say use a family code over the phone so you know that you are really speaking with some relatives. And that is CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Jim Barry. Don't forget to stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami.